all of you out there in podcast land. Yes, indeed, it's me again, your host for the Get Happy podcast, Rudrani Davy. Thank you so much for joining me. And I have, for the first time ever, two very special guests for the Get Happy podcast. How lucky are we? And the crowd goes, well, it's so great. Yeah, oh yeah, we need to do a happy dance.
Wow, is it really the first time that you've had two people on at once, or is it too special?
Well, I've done 3 ways, but I've never done it on the podcast. So first for everything, I guess, right? So I love it. Michele speaks out first. And I love it. And actually, I'm going to start with Michele because Michele and I met at a very interesting specialty class with the Gary and the Dane, who are the co-creators of Access Consciousness and the reason we're all here, right?
Yep.
We were at a sex and relationship class in Houston, Texas. And it was the first time I had actually met Dane. I'd met the Gary before. And she was sitting behind me. And I remember turning around and went, we're trading bars, right? And serious, isn't that how it kind of happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, I will. Yeah. Yeppers. So I'm going to start with the Michele. Okay. Miss Michele Follis, could you tell our listeners and those actually watching on YouTube now or in the future who you are, all the things, who you be?
Okay. Well, I guess I could, to keep it short and sweet, it's that I do many, many things, and I'm always doing many things, and I'm always creating more things. So I have never done anything for like decades. Right now I am a realtor. I'm an Access Consciousness bars facilitator and body process facilitator. I am a DJ. That's probably what I've been doing the longest, actually, is DJ.
Shut the front door. You're a DJ?
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness, she's a DJ. What?
Yes,
and I should send you some songs. I'm going to send you songs. That's what's happening. Sorry.
Yes, of course. Send me songs, for crying out loud. I do the Tuesday morning music mix, and I've been a DJ for a lot, almost 20 years, probably. That's probably the longest thing that I've ever done in terms of a career, and it's volunteer. So it's not like it doesn't bring me quote unquote income in the way that we think it does, perhaps. But it creates a lot in my life. So I do that. And then I have a few Airbnbs right now, and creating something beautiful with your other guest, the lovely Miss Amazing Jennifer Stevens, who is right next to me. We're creating something fantastic, which maybe we can talk about later. And I'm investing in the crypto world too, which is fun for me. So
I just stepped into that myself, literally today. Invested just today. Well, I wanted to get information. I've been too busy to actually watch the videos and do all the things. And I finally went, fuck it. The energy's there. I'm just going to do it. So today I did it. I did. So there you go.
Excellent. So that's kind of the short of it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. So I'm just curious, how long have we actually known each other? When was that class? 6 years?
That class was, I want to say maybe that was I don't know, 8 years ago or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, we're kind of a couple of the oldies, aren't we?
Yeah, it was a while ago. And then what was cool was, so we met, and then I flew to Nashville to visit family outside of town. And I was like, we should hook up. So we hooked up and traded bars.
We hooked up by trading bars, people, just so you don't get a dirty mind. Not that, she's not lovely, but we hooked up because we traded bars. Yeah, I remember because we went to this restaurant and I ended up giving somebody my first book. You were there and I went, I'm going to give this guy my book or something.
Yeah, there was there was something about your book. Yep. And it was lovely. And then we've just sort of seen each other periodically, not as much lately, but through the years in classes, and of course being in all things Access Consciousness, which, I mean, although I don't teach a ton of classes right now, I will say that the tools and access consciousness is it's not a lifestyle. It's beyond that. It's like
kind
what
of a
I believe.
movement for
Yeah, it's how
me,
I
it's like, hey, y'all want to play?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Mhm.
that
Was it the last time I saw you? No, wait a minute. When was the last time I actually saw you?
was it at Heather's or
No. It was in Brazil.
oh
I saw
yeah,
you at Heather's, but then I saw you in Brazil because you were doing the bookstore, and my
yes,
book had just been Choose
totally.
Happiness, which is
Yeah.
like the reason why I have this podcast, got translated into Portuguese, and that was the first language other than English. And you were working in the bookstore, and they
Yep,
sold out.
they did.
How was
Yeah, that was a fantastic class and experience, and working the bookstore for that class was off the charts incredible.
How many
And you
people
were
were
very smart. You were very smart to have your book translated in Portuguese.
literally, and I know we all love the word literally so much. 2 weeks prior, I wasn't even going to go, and then the woman that translated the book said, "You have to go. You can't just do it online. You have to go because your book's going to be there." So she and I ended up making these cards with my face on them. It was like Spanish on one side, Portuguese on the other, which my book is also speaks Spanish now and soon Russian. But who knew the Russians wanted to get happy? So maybe before Christmas that'll be available. And so my face was on all the chairs about the book because I had these little cards. So everybody was sitting on my face, literally. And by the end of the class, I ended up teaching 2 access classes. What was it? Oh, right voice for you. And I don't know, not trying to remember. Oh, and relationships done different. And I'm from being there and people not knowing me to suddenly sitting on my face and then buying the book and all the things. I taught these classes. I'd stayed an extra couple of days, and it was enough to pay not only for Global Foundation, which was the class we were there for, that you were in the bookshop for, my airfare, my hotel, and I came home with like $20, and I was so excited because it paid for everything. And Heather Nichols is like, "I love that you're so excited that you came home with $20." I said, "No loss, no loss, all gain." I didn't know these peeps, and it was
Yeah.
like it really plugged into my MailChimp because I had all these extra emails to a little bit of a following in Brazil now, as you can imagine. But that's the last time I got to hug you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for doing this podcast. And Jennifer, who I'm just now meeting, which is your partner in crime in this other project we're going to get to hear about, right?
Yeah.
Miss Jennifer Stevens, can you please tell the listeners a little bit about you, all the things you do, who you be, and and how maybe you found access, or I don't know. Tell us some things.
Sure. Yeah. So thank you for having me. First of all, I'm so excited to be here. I found access because well, I was asking, didn't know I was asking for access, but it just showed up. So literally, Money Isn't the Problem, You Are fell off the shelf at a bookstore, landed on
I
my
love that
feet.
book.
Yep. And of course, my first thought when I turned it over and read the cover was, fuck you. Like, really? What is the, like, really? But it kind of had to go home with me. And it did, which led me to Access Consciousness, the website, and the bars. And
Okay, when was this? What year was this?
so this was almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the website was so different. It was so hard to navigate.
Oh my
until
God.
5-ish years ago. So that's why I'm curious.
Well, what's really funny is that book, apparently you can't buy it at the bookstore. So when I went back to buy more copies a couple days later, they were like, "Are you sure you even bought this here?" I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not that crazy. Maybe, but whatever. I know. Well, now I know, right? Like, I knew it before, but now I really know. So yeah, that is actually how I met Michele. Was I looked for a bars class, and then I looked for a practitioner, and there wasn't anybody here. We're about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes away from each other. And so I went to send her a message on social media. And it turns out she was already friends with me on social media, which was really interesting because I'm not quite sure how she got there. She's just sneaky like that. And and so
like a genie. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Oh. Anyway,
She's freaking magical.
Yeah.
And
True story.
so I sent her this message and she said, can I call you? We said yes. And we talked for a couple hours. That was like a Tuesday. By Friday, I was at her house. She ran my bars for the first time. Within a couple weeks, she taught a bars class for me. So I am a bars facilitator. I have actually opened my own practice in the last year. And I say practice, but really.
Wait, during COVID?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. You are weird.
Whew,
Who
yeah.
opens a business during COVID, right?
Like a dynamo, like not just open a practice, but like a practice.
This is me.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm serious right now. Take a bow.
Yeah, seriously.
There you go. Acknowledge, lady.
You
That's
absolutely.
not normal. Kays. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Continue.
I kind of do things that way. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. Like I'm a photographer. I do a lot of work with essential oils. I do a lot of energy work.
So do I. I have Devi Essentials. That's my. I've had that essential oil company since 2004. We got to talk.
Yeah.
I'm an alchemist for reals.
Me too.
Shut the front door. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my goddess. All right. We're going to have a
I'm
conversation.
just gonna let that just like.
We're percolating, but I want to know some more. So you were asking questions. You find Michele, take a bars class. You talk for 2 hours. It sounds like a dating site to me, but that's okay.
Much.
And like your besties, you're getting ready to start this project together. And I don't know about the listeners. I definitely need to know what this project is and when will it be birthed into this dimension. Bum, bum, bum.
I'm passing this.
I was gonna pass it to you.
I like it. For those of you not watching on YouTube, and now you're going to have to go because there's a lot of body language here. But if you don't choose it, it's like hands out to this, like to this square, and then hands out to this square because we're obviously doing the Zoomsies. And I guess Michele, you've got the floor, baby. Just tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Well, it's something that came about when it was just like we said it and we were like, yes, that, and it was like, yeah. And so basically, I guess it's called yourenotwrong.com.
I like that it rhymes. I can do a jingle. You're not wrong.com.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean this is the website, and I'll keep it because Jen, I want you to jump in, but it's kind of like it's a place where you can go where nothing is wrong. So there's a podcast, there's blogs, there's probably going to be some vlogs, and really I think for me personally, it's talking to real people,
not fake people, real people.
I was just gonna say that, like the ordinary Joe and the and whatever about.
I'll never be on the show. Just letting y'all know right now.
If you're different, you're not allowed to be on the show. You have to be super ordinary. And no, but just talking to people about what's going on in their lives, and really, because it's like if we weren't judging each other, if we weren't judging ourselves all the time, we can make choices that don't work, we can make mistakes, we can do all of these things, but it's the judgment, it's the wrongness, it's all of this stuff that keeps us from really creating this most amazing dynamic world. And that's kind of like the nuts and bolts of it for me.
Where did you guys come up with this idea? I mean, you were like, having chamomile or something, and someone had like a breakthrough moment. Oh my gosh. You know what?
More like beer. We were probably drinking beer.
Beerus? No, beerus connoisseurs. Okay.
Well, and Michelle and I have created together over the years. So so it really wasn't, it was kind of like, oh, just this. And Michelle's so dynamic she just is such an invitation to just be like, wow, do you want to do this with me? And so really when we started looking at, so the name, it's really interesting because it is actually Youre Not Wrong.com. Yeah, so for all of the weird brains, right?
I love that so much.
And
I love that so much, and I love that we all have great hair.
and curls.
I just
But
want to
Michelle,
say that.
My beautiful
We're all
friend-
brunettes, by the way.
No, that's the best.
Sorry.
My beautiful friend is actually a literary major, right? Like she would be the one that would correct that.
Yeah, I was a journalism major, so I'm like,
Whoa.
you're
English
not,
major.
yeah,
English major. And
yeah,
you're the
there you
business.
are.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all about words.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm not so serious about it. Did not mean to interrupt with a hair comment. It's just I'm looking at y'all and we're like flipping our hair back. Michelle's like flipped her hair like 4 times now in the last.
have.
She's a hair flipper.
I'm a hair flipper.
Calling you out, you're a hair flipper.
She's a flipper.
You're not wrong.
So you were drinking beeras and all of a sudden Michelle is like, oh my goddess,
Mhm.
we need to do this thing. And you're like, oh yeah, it's happening.
Yes.
What happened?
Too much.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's really that simple, is it not, Jen? I mean,
It really is.
it's really that simple. And then it was just like, we gotta, it was like, okay, so we need a website. We need, who's gonna help, who would like to create, who's gonna design, who's gonna help us, who are we gonna hire, and actually I was at this wellness fair running bars. And the booth next to me were these beautiful ladies, 2 of which had just designed the business next to us. They had just designed their website.
Oh,
And they were really these lovely ladies. And I told Jen, I was like, wow, I think these gals, I think they might be awesome. So it just kind of,
they're making your website? Are
Yeah.
they making that's so cool. I love how the universe, in its perfect creation, it knows what we require and it throws us all together. Wait, I'm going to say it throws. I just realized that's really lots of R's. I'm Italian. I'll say it the way you guys do. Throws. Throws. Right? Us all together. And then you have this creationship. These people are literally had a booth next to. Can we just acknowledge that the universe has our backs, you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So they're making their website. It's very close to being launched, right? Do we know when? Will it be before Christmas?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. So if you first try to get on the website, because the links will be there and it's not there, put it somewhere in your files, because I'm telling you right now, it's coming. You don't want to miss it.
And you can sign up. You can go there right now. It says coming soon, but you can sign up to be known when it launches. But we're very, very close. And the thing about it is that I love creating with Jen is there's just so much ease to it. And there's just something about the way that we create together. I'm really freaking excited about it and what we each bring to it. And the fact that with all the stuff going on right now and everybody trying to make the right choice or blah, 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 woof, woof, woof. I mean, all of the judgment and all of the stuff. I just am really excited to be having these conversations and looking at what is beyond right and wrong. And
I love this thing about you are not wrong. Okay, so I want to know what the thing was that made you decide that now is the time to create this, hey, y'all, you're not wrong. Shut the front door. You're not wrong. You know, what was it? Where you're like talking about, you're having your beers.
Love it.
And you were like, I don't know if one of you said, but honey, you're not wrong. Well, you're not wrong either. Oh my God, you're not wrong. And then what actually happened? I want to know the thing. Was there a thing? There had to have been a thing. No thing? Was there no thing? Nothing? Nothing?
I think it was just energy. Like I don't know. There's like this. Yeah, I think it was just that. Like it was that, whatever that is, and like just where we're at. You know, just even through all of this fun stuff that we're experiencing right now, it really has come up a lot. So Michele and I have had a lot of conversations about, you know, what if you're not wrong? Like, what are you're not wrong? Like, you can choose for you, right? Like, what is that? Being able to choose for you.
And it really is just having, it's like us right now, having a conversation and then just like really, oh, I'm flipping my hair again, really recognize.
You do it a lot. I love it though. She knows how fabulous her hair is.
No, I don't think I usually do, but but it is just like having a conversation and then really like just about that coming up, like you're not wrong. And really just, it's really, what if it's just that simple?
Well, you know, it's like that brings up a couple of things in my world. It's like, I love the thing of what if your wrongness is a strongness because you're so different and weird? You know, that's one of the things. And then I just forgot what the other one was. Give me a moment. No, it's gone. It's gone. I have no brain.
And you're not wrong.
And I'm not.
You're not wrong.
What if you're wrong? Is this? Oh no, I remember now. What's right about this? I'm not getting is the other piece. It's like whenever it's so weird, I'm like, okay, I got that it was light to go there, and it turned out like total crap. What's right about this? I'm not getting, because I'm not wrong for choosing total crap, but maybe it brings me to something else, you guys. And that's the thing. If you're willing to be in question out there in podcast land, you'd be surprised, because I've showed you guys the heavy and light tool a few times, and then you get this lightness, you go there, and then you want to blame you or me or whatever, because it didn't turn out the way you've already decided it was supposed to turn out. Like, but what if it was supposed to be crappy because it created other possibilities?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the tools of access, the space of you're never wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you follow the energy, even if it's not what you expect, it creates other possibilities. It's like question, choice, possibilities, and then there's contribution. The 4 elements of actual creation, y'all. So I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, it really is an invitation for people to step out of sort of the linear box of do in all areas of life.
To do, to da. Sorry, go ahead.
You know, it really is, because I was thinking actually today when I was driving, I was like, oh, this could be a great blog to write about or to talk about. But it was how often do we do things out of obligation, feel obligated, especially now. I thought, wow, this could be a great topic around the holidays, all the obligations, as opposed to really what it is that following the lightness, or what it is that you would actually like to choose. And what if you're not wrong for doing that or choosing that? And then being aware of, you know, there's a courage that comes from the willingness to not be wrong.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's very interesting, because so many things are going into my brain when you say those things, and I'm like, calm down, brain. I am one of 6 children. And my father passed years ago, and I'm the caregiver for my 88-year-old mother. And I am so different from my siblings, and I'm grateful for them because I know exactly how they are. And they're so scared of me because they can't control me. Well, you've seen this. this is what it is. But you know, y'all are like, oh, she's so funny today. And they're like, oh my God, mother's gonna die. Or whatever it is. It's like all this craziness. And then Christmas. So like she moves it. She was like all the holidays lady with the tablecloths and the decorations. And we have 3 attics. We have one attic dedicated strictly to holiday decorations. This is no joke. This is serious business. Okay. Napkins, all the things.
Wow.
Right. So some of them are actually coming because last year they couldn't come at all. Okay. So some of them are coming. There's all this stuff we have to do. And they're all checking in with me. What do you know? Ticket. And we're building a sunroom so that in the following holidays, I have a place to dump all the grandchildren and all the things. And it's just so funny because I am so relaxed about all of it. And they're all, can you perceive just the energy of it?
Yeah.
It's so much fun for me to just be me, and everybody, you know, everybody's butt is itching right now because they don't know. Oh my God. 2 weeks away is Thanksgiving, and then Christmas is 6 weeks. Oh Lord. And because they haven't seen us in a while. And certainly I brainwashed my mother. I had to have. She's been with me for almost a year now. She's such an allowance of me because she knows how for Cocoa Puffs I am. And we have this great relationship, even though sometimes it's like, but I love it. What if we're not wrong? And here's the holidays. So I'm so grateful that you're actually launching this. I don't know if it's before Thanksgiving, but I know it's before Christmas, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So if
Yeah.
you guys are like freaking out over the holidays because your family, because you're like so solid until the holidays when you have to deal with your family and the friends from, you know, Christmas past.
Yeah.
What if you got to be you regardless? And that wasn't wrong, right? So, okay, I want to know what each of y'all's, because I live in the South, each of y'all's favorite tool is for dealing with You're Not Wrong during the holidays, DAZE. Who wants to go first?
My favorite tool, even from Access, has been since the very beginning, and Michelle probably is going, I know what she's going to say. How does it get any better than this? Oh, wait, like for everything. That has changed so much dynamically in my life, even dealing with anybody, anything, whatever. It's just like, cool. How does it get any better than this?
Okay, so explain why that works for you. Give me an example.
Well, I recently I took a 4-day foundation with a beautiful facilitator, and
I'm so sorry.
yes, right.
Must have sucked for you.
Which was like my 5th foundation. So you know, like I should have been able to just move through this with ease. Yeah, did not.
Okay, Jennifer, I'm going to stop here 1 second. Hey, you guys. So foundation is a class that comes after Access Bars because Access Bars is a prerequisite. And a lot of people think it's about building a foundation. It's actually about destroying the foundation that you thought was real and true for you. And coming from a certified facilitator, me, I'm being fancy French, me. I don't even know how many I've taught, but every single foundation class is so freaking different because the people that choose it are actually creating the class.
Yeah.
It's their energy that's creating the class. It's never the same class when I facilitate it. And everyone in their lives should be paying them because they get free and whoever they know actually gets a lot of freedom as well. So I just wanted to interject that little piece of information before you went into my 4th or 5th foundation. So take it away,
Yeah.
Jennifer Higgins.
Yeah. So just, you know, like the crunchy that showed up after, right? Like, and I was just like, how does it get any better than this?
She's not talking about Rice Krispies, y'all.
No, it's
Or
the
peanut
crunchy
butter.
body. The crunchy. I always call it that. Like that's ease for me. It's crunchy. This is crunchy for me. And so yeah, I just, you know, that is a tool that gets me out of my head. It gets me out of the thinking, trying to fix something. It's kind of like just that, like open up and just give me some space. so that I can see something different and I don't get locked into the crunchy.
So I'm going to say something else about it. How does it get any better than this? You do it whether you're feeling crappy pants or you're feeling elated. Because the thing about that tool is, oh my God, my life is so great. How does it get any better than this? You're inviting more to your world. And then if you're in this crappy pants or, you know, your butt itches over something and you say, how does it get any better than this? It opens a whole new world of, well, you know, there's actually other things that could make this better. But if you don't ask, it's like in, you know, I love it because Dane says that a lot, the co-founder of Access Consciousness, Dr. Dane Here. It's like, you know, they hit it in the Bible so far in there that you don't even think to ask. But the bottom line is, you know, how does it get any better than this is sort of a thing of, you know, ask and you shall receive. But if you're not willing to ask, you don't think you're supposed to receive things like, I know I'm not worthy. I always find that a funny thing when people say I'm not worthy because we're breathing the same air. I don't know. Am I worthy to breathe the air? It happens to be there. You know, where are you guys in the world? I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm breathing the air and I don't have to have like little tickets or something. You have to have 20 tickets before you can breathe the air for this day. I just have that. It's like my heart beats without me asking it to, pumping with blood, life force. I don't have to. Am I worthy of that? It's funny how we go into that space.
Yeah. Huh.
Just wanted to throw that out there. So how does it get any better than this? Is a beautiful tool.
Yes.
Beautiful tool. Okay, Michelle's. What's your favorite little access tool?
My favorite is kind of along the same lines in the sense that it's all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory.
The mantra.
Yeah, that's what it's that. It's saying that as much as I can all of the time, reminding myself of that, because there's something about it energetically that if I just, especially like if I'm laying in bed too, that's like a great time for me to say it in the morning or at night, but all the time, as much as I think of it, because it just kind of makes my shoulders drop. It just kind of creates this relaxation in my body and my being, and reminds me, it also connects me to the earth.
Yes.
So it's just that.
Miss Michele, I'm this earth's bitch. No, you have no idea. I love her so much. I get in my hot tub every morning and I'm like, what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, impossibilities, ESB and ESCs can me and this body be for you, beautiful Mother Earth, so you get to create you the way you want to be created. And anything that doesn't allow that, I'm willing to destroy it and create it all. And anything you want to gift me, I'm willing to receive. I mean, I was in the middle of a call today and a squirrel, and I was like, I'm so like a dog. I was like, hi, like in the middle of a call, I'm like, hi, and I'm like sending SOP energy to the squirrel. It's like, because the earth and the animals on the earth, they don't have any points of view. They're like so willing to be there with you.
Yeah.
If you're willing to be present. People, not so much, was we have so been programmed, right? And so for you to say that piece, I mean, it's like, that's a space that I live in. That's the walking, talking meditation that I be, because I'm in that space of, hey, Mother Earth, hey, yo, how you be kind of thing. And what if we could all take a page from the book of this beautiful planet and the animals on it that don't have a fucking point of view? They literally live in every 10 seconds, which is another tool of access that I love. I mean, you know, you've got 10 seconds to live. What are you going to be? And that changes your world. And then your 10 seconds is up, you're dead. Okay, what? Next 10 seconds, next 10 seconds, next 10. And you can choose the same thing. And yet animals, they embody that. The planet embodies that, y'all. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like, what else are we going to be? They wake up and they're in this space of they have to be present. Their lives could be over if they're not present.
Yeah.
We've gotten so comfortable. I mean, I know I have all the comforts, creature comforts.
Mhm.
The creatures don't really have it. And so connecting to the earth is like one of my most favorite things ever, period, ever, period, ever, period, ever. In many 10 seconds is this. Yep. You guys are phenomenal. I love you guys so much for being on this podcast with me. And I cannot wait. Although I know I will never be a guest because I am so not normal.
Ordinary. You're too ordinary.
Yeah.
I am too not ordinary.
Not
That's why I
ordinary.
can't be on.
Sorry. My brain.
She had a blonde moment. It's okay. We're all brunettes. I don't know. I don't
We
even know
can
what my
totally
factory
make it.
colors anymore.
We'll just make an exception. We'll just let one weird person come on. How's
What?
that?
Wait, happy dance time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Got it, girl. We would love to have you.
I would love to be your guest, darlings.
Yeah.
So, okay, so if there is one thing for both of you or one of you, whatever, that you would want to leave our listeners with, what would that be? Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, I would love to leave listeners with choose for you. Choose for you. You only have one life. It's here, like at least in this body on this planet, you only have one. So
This lifetime.
choose for you.
I love it. Michele?
Gosh. I guess it would be to remember that there's so much more available to you. There's so much more available to you than even if you think there's a billion things available to you, there's even more than that available to you right now. And the world really, really, really requires all of us to know that. Kind of like what you were talking about, Rudrani, about the earth and the planet and the animals, and to really just, what would it be like to expand way beyond our mundane sort of everyday lives and see the beauty beyond.
That's the thing, really and truly. I don't know if people, well, I mean, I acknowledge it every day. I can't help it. But I wonder how many people, they wake up and they're stuck in this matrix and they think there's no way out of it, especially because we're living Groundhog's Day every day right now. Because, okay, you guys, it's a pandemic right now. The date we're actually recording this is November 11 of 2021. I'm sure most of us did not think that in March of 20, this would still be going on. And I actually haven't been even living in that reality for the last 8 months or so. I'm living my life, because I was like, whatever. I traveled a lot, all those things. But here is the thing. If you are willing to be in the space of the here and now and ask the questions, just the examples we were given to, like, how does it get any better than this? It changes your whole world. And the earth doesn't have a point of view whatsoever. So it's amazing how much of the crappy pants you can get out of just by being willing to ask questions. So that would be my piece to add to the podcast today's. Yeah. So I'm going to have all the infos below for you guys to find these fabulous ladies. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe. Please share with your buddies. Hey, maybe you know somebody that's not doing so well and they could use, I don't know, maybe it's a benefit for them to know that they're not wrong. Maybe they've been making themselves wrong, share with them. And do you guys have anything else you want to contribute?
Thank you so much for this invitation.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So grateful.
I am so delighted that you both decided to join me, and thank you so much. Really and truly, I love these faces. Oh, we're all brunettes.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what my factory color is anymore. I'm not going to lie. But I was a brunette when I was born. And until next time, y'all in podcast land, and thank you for joining us. Hey, ciao, ciao for now.